Lions selections. Look, I've said it's very difficult, form, etc., etc. Why don't we just try and do this? Well, let's try and get 5 between us, or 5 each, or whatever, and a captain. Now, if Alan Wynne-Jones is still playing and playing well, I think you're going to have a lot of trouble not picking him and picking him as captain.
I would absolutely concur with that. And hearing Sean Holly talk about it almost re-emphasises my kind of understanding of his ability to galvanise players and teams. Yeah. Is the experienced head. Everyone knows that this is kind of like his swan song, so you're even more inclined to listen to that as well.
And funnily enough, and to try harder. When I left Nottingham, we had a final game against Gloucester. They brought the trophy up because Gloucester were in the league. Everyone played like men possessed, and I remember Teague saying to me afterwards, "You could have just bloody given it to us." And I said, "Well, it's my last game," and that was a tremendous.
He's gone. He's finally
gone. Yeah. But that sort of thing can come into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Ask CJ Stander. I'm pretty sure he'll attest to that being a significant reason.
Yeah, good point.
The way he plays the game. So
in the second, in the second row, I think Itoje is a certainty. Because I think, not least because Gatland's seen what he did in the last tour, and provided he plays this side of the line, I can't think of I don't think there's anyone to touch him as a partner to Jones. One of the few, if possibly the only, real success of the Six Nations, apart from his penalties.
Yeah, I mean, the way he talks, the way he holds himself, his ability to get right under the skin of these other teams, and it's South Africa. Don't forget, you need someone who can tackle. He's pretty good at that.
Okay, what about Dan Biggar's case for being selected? It's gone up and up in my estimation.
Yeah, I'm a fan of what Owen Farrell can bring to a team, certainly against someone like South Africa because of his physicality.
You do realise people will be howling when they hear this. They'll be booing you and trying to stick pins in your voodoo doll.
Yeah, well, I don't have young ones, to be honest. But I've gone for one per row, and my guy that's going to cement the team and solidify them would be Farrell at 10 because I think that's what you need against the South Africa.
Who do you play inside in them?
That is the big question. The reason why I've only picked 5 people is because if you get those 5 set, you can then change the team around it. I at the moment think you'd have Henshaw somewhere near him, outside of him.
Yep.
Inside, good question. I mean, I'll tell you, throw an absolute bolter in there. Get Danny Kerr back in the mix for it. He's absolutely carving it at the moment.
Well, Stuart Hogg with a 15 in front of William Williams?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it? I mean, George North, I think, will go. Whether it'll be a test player, he will definitely go. Jonathan Davis, I think, has made a good case to go. Very solid player.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think he's solid as well. You don't need to be, anything other than solid against the South Africans. It's more that defensive absolute prerequisite, and then a little bit on top of it.
Will Johnny May go? Faletau will go. Will Johnny May go?
I don't know about wingers because I like Van der Merwe.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like he's an absolute wrecking machine, and give him a bit of edge against the fellow South Africans.
Yes,
I'd like to see how he's going to go there because as a specimen, he's not someone that we generally produce in the UK, is he, genetically? No. So I'd be happy for him to have a go.
The back row
questions around Manu, I guess. If Manu's fit, that's a big ask to leave him out.
Yes, it is, but he's going to have to, he's going to have to get on time.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, let's have a look. Back row, Curry. Look, these are not starters, definitely, but I think Curry will go. Tipperick deserves to go, certainly. Faletau will be there.
Better footballer than Justin Tipperick.
Oh, what about that? What about that little grubber kick on the run, going sideways? Oh, just perfectly weighted.
I mean, my inside track on Tipperick, knowing him how good he is as a footballer, he was one of the few people that were shortlisted to go to Rio for the Sevens. He's that good.
Yeah.
He got a concussion, which kept him out for a significant amount of time, but he put his hand up for that. And I think he'd have been amazing at it because he is what you call a complete footballer, isn't he? He's one of these people that can...
Line-out option as well.
Cool. Yeah.
Hookers. Well, I mean, look, leaving you either. Jamie George, he played all the tests last time. He's had a torrid time. Luke Cowan-Dickey, probably rightly on form, was coming in front of him. There's just part of the difficulty with selecting this, and we'll get off it fairly soon, is Gatland will give credit for players he's worked with, both for Wales and the previous Lions tour, provided they're still fit, provided they're still on form. So we don't know where he puts players like JB George. who he's seen before, he might just say, well, look, Jamie, if you've recovered some form by the end of the season, I know what you can do. That's fine. And a lot of people say he didn't do anything in the Six Nations. He wasn't even picked on the first team. Well, this is why it occurs. This is why it's difficult.